Greetings, everyone, and welcome. June the 20th, 2025, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6:30 p.m. in Israel and in Kyiv. And you can see behind me the Ukrainian flag, and I'm disappointed right now because there is very little focus on Ukraine, and we will continue to daily fight for Ukraine. But right now, what is happening in Iran and Israel is dominating everything. Even the Ukrainian news and the analysts that I follow are talking about this. And why? Because what is happening between Israel and Iran will affect Ukraine. There's no doubt about it. As you can see by the title of the thumbnail, it's your fault. And you can see Ayatollah Khamenei, you can see Vladimir Putin, and you can even see myself there, because I absolutely believe this is escalated due to the poor leadership of the President of the United States. I am sick of hearing about 2 weeks. I am sick of hearing about we're going to make a deal. Man, we are on the edge of World War III, and you are more worried about your poll numbers and if somebody likes you. It is absolutely disgusting what is happening from the President of the United States. And I'll leave it there because I'm going to let the world leaders talk about it, because they are the ones saying it, and we're going to jump right in. Thank you for being here. Some breaking news right now. There is an Iranian delegation meeting with some European leaders, but they've already made the statement. There's going to be no way that anything can be talked about unless Israel unconditionally ceasefires. That's it. And we know that Israel is stating the exact opposite. There's going to be no end to this until the end of the nuclear program and also the elimination of the Ayatollah Khamenei. This is where we're at today at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is boiling, and now other nations are getting involved more, including Russia and China. I'll update you on that. Let's go right here. Russia is demanding a ceasefire. Vladimir Putin speaking today in the St. Petersburg Economic Forum, waxing eloquent about how Russia and China are now the world leaders, and I will have that video for you later. Russia demands Israel immediately cease attacks and raids on Iran. Russia says targeting of Iran's peaceful civilian nuclear facilities liable to plunge us into hitherto unseen nuclear catastrophe. I guess we'll just forget that Russia has attacked nuclear facilities in Ukraine. You see what I'm saying? This is unbelievable what we are witnessing right now in the world. Guys, stay focused on Ukraine, but all of this is connected. Now, you may or may not know this guy, but this is Abbas Araghchi. He states today, and I had the video for you, that the United States is complicit in Israeli strikes on Iran. And due to our people standing strong, the world will call for an end to this. Trump makes it clear with his tweets. And this is what we've been talking about, tweeting diplomacy. We will not negotiate with any party while we are under duress and fire from the enemy. Now, that's a direct statement looking at the meetings that are happening with some European leaders and some Iranian leaders today in Switzerland, actually right now. Iran stating the same thing. That Ukrainian soldiers, commanders, leaders of Ukraine state, you can't lead the world from your cell phone. You can't lead the world from social media, where one moment you're tweeting about unconditional surrender and the next moment you're tweeting if P. Diddy likes you. And the world is recognizing it. Let's go to Abbas Araghchi. We consider the Americans on this ground to be allies and collaborators with the Zionists. The regime in these attacks that have been carried out against Iran. There are numerous indications of cooperation between the American forces present in the region and the Zionist regime. But more importantly, there are the tweets and the interviews given by the president of that country where he explicitly says, we did this, or we must take that action, this must happen, or that must happen. Well, this clearly leaves no need for further evidence or proof of America's presence and participation in this scene. Thankfully, the steadfast resistance of our armed forces is gradually revealing that the assumptions they had were flawed. The idea they had that with a series of lightning strikes they could force the Iranian nation into submission is a false and a futile notion. However, I believe that as a result of resistance over time, we will witness countries distancing themselves from this aggression carried out by the regime. The demand for an end to this war has already begun, and it will only grow stronger, and this demonstrates how powerful the resistance of the Iranian people has and will continue to be. So he's directly referencing there where Donald Trump tweeted unconditional surrender, and then you heard him repeat the word we. That is when Trump tweeted, "We control the skies over Iran." This is exactly what is being called out. And now what do we see? 2 weeks, and the latest tweet from Trump right now is, "I have a 56% approval rating. Everybody likes me. In fact," he said, "people love me." The world sees this. You are a laughing stock, sir. You are a joke and you are a meme, and you're leading us to World War III. You're the cat that said, Obama's going to take us to World War III. No, it looks like Donald J. Trump is going to take us to World War III, because obviously, unless you change your tune, you're a taco. You always chicken out. We'll see. And if this changes, I'll come back and move you from taco to burrito. And I have an acronym for that. That'll be a more positive connotation. Now, let's continue on, because also the president of Iran has spoken today. "We have always pursued peace and stability, but under the current circumstances, lasting peace will only be possible if the Zionist enemy ceases its hostilities unconditionally and provides firm guarantees to end its terrorist provocations." Pezeshkian warned that failure to do so would result in a far more forceful and regrettable response from Iran, and he there using those all caps, that just like we see Donald Trump doing so often. Now, let's continue. Russia responds again. In fact, this time it is Dmitry Peskov. And as I've shared with you guys, only 4 people can speak for Russia officially. This is one of them. He is the spokesperson official for Vladimir Putin. How will Russia respond if the United States assists in taking out the Ayatollah? He says, "Do not open Pandora's box by attempting to destabilize Iran. It will lead to disaster. Do not take out the Ayatollah." And ladies and gentlemen, as I've always told you, these guys are really good in English. Here you go.
If it were to happen, though, that Israel assassinated Ayatollah Ali Khamenei with US assistance, how would Russia react?
Very negatively. Very negatively. We will strongly disapprove it.
Would it prompt any action?
Well, actually, it will lead to an action coming from inside Iran. Iran's society is very well organized and very well consolidated, and it will lead to birth of extremist moods inside Iran. And those who are speaking about that, they should keep it in mind. They will open the Pandora box.
Those who are speaking about it, that's Vladimir Putin pointing directly at Donald Trump through Dmitry Peskov. Those who are speaking about it, they better be careful. They'll open Pandora's box. And if this goes further, the Ayatollah's taken out. Yeah, we will have a very negative response to that, specifically in regard to the United States. So it's unfolding right in front of our eyes. And I suggest, if you're here watching on YouTube, share this video. Thank you. Thank you. The community is growing. The channel is growing. And I'm deeply grateful when you hit that subscription and like button. It helps us get the truth out there with these translations and looking at geopolitical things happening globally, because we're not seeing it on the mainstream media. We're seeing whatever the commercials are paying for. That's reality in 2025. Now, here's some imagery that you need to see just for understanding how much damage is actually happening in Israel, because we're hearing that their air defense is running low, and we hear all these different things, that it's not as good. The Iron Dome is not as good as everybody thought. Well, the Iron Dome is good. They still have air defense supplies. United States is supplying them right now. European transit, it's coming through. But do not underestimate Iran. Do not underestimate Iran. They have incredible missile technology, and we are witnessing it. You can see this is a strike just a couple of hours ago in Haifa. In fact, the mayor just came out, and if I had time, I would have translated it. He gave a press conference, and he said 2 vitally important targets for Israel that are based in Haifa were just struck bullseye. And you may say, okay, well, what does it look like, Greg? You're always showing us Ukraine and the damage there. Do you have anything to show us about Israel? Yeah, take a look. This is Haifa right here. You can see the destruction, the systematically of these buildings. I can also show you Tel Aviv. This is the before, and that is the after. So let's look at that one more time. This is Tel Aviv before, and this is Tel Aviv after. I've been right there on that square. Beautiful, beautiful buildings destroyed. This is what is happening. And Israel is destroying Iran. Russia's destroying Ukraine. I mean, the world's pointing at Donald Trump, the leaders of the world, the president that was supposed to bring peace. All we see is escalations and wars and rumors of wars. Sorry for the biblical quote there, but it's necessary. Now, Netanyahu and also President Herzog have made 2 statements today that need to be paid attention to. This is where we'll close out. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon, period. They cannot enrich uranium. Trump is our friend. Trump cannot be strung along, and the head of the snake regime must be cut off. So I want to start first with Netanyahu, because he makes a statement that I categorically disagree with. And I know for all those out there, Greg, what are you doing? Disagreeing with Netanyahu? Oh, on this one part here, absolutely, I disagree with Netanyahu. Let's take a listen here. I've got Bibi here.
President Trump will do what's best for America. I trust his judgment. He's a tremendous friend, a tremendous world leader, a tremendous friend of Israel and the Jewish people. And we will do what we have to do, and we are doing it. We are committed to destroying the nuclear threat, the threat of a nuclear annihilation against Israel. We're able to do it. And we, of course, will make our own determination. But I have to say that the partnership with the United States, the partnership with President Trump, with whom I speak to almost every day, is incredible. I think his resolve, his determination, and his clarity when he says Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. And for that to take place, Iran cannot enrich uranium. It's as simple as that. He gave them the chance to do it through negotiations. They strung him along. You don't string along Donald Trump. He knows the game. And I think that we're both committed to making sure that Iran will not have a nuclear weapon, and they won't.
So you can see there, and of course, you heard my little cough there on the point that I completely disagree with. There's actually multiples. But the most important one is that Donald Trump cannot be strung along. You know what?
Slava Ukraini!
I think that Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin has proven to the world since January 20th that Donald Trump is a master at being strung along. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. Bibi, that was dead wrong. Additionally, you making the statements that he's doing a great job leading the world? Let's see. Complete economic upheaval, escalations of wars, and today, Vladimir Putin openly stating at the St. Petersburg Economic Forum that there is a new world order and Russia and China are in charge of it completely. How's that working out for you? No, completely disagree. Now, what I do agree with is Israel is not going to stop and they're going to destroy everything. There will be no more nuclear possibilities for Iran when this is said and done. I do believe that is going to happen, and we're going to see how Iran responds to those negotiations going on right now. Last thing on this one is the president of Israel, Herzog.
We have launched an operation to remove a clear and imminent threat, a nuclear bomb which was at its doorstep. And that's what we're doing now. Victory looks like removing the Iranian nuclear threat. So of course, it's also the missile program, because the missile program is supposed to take the bomb on a missile and fall on us and eradicate the state of Israel. But truly, this program is aimed at eradicating the free world, Europe, United States.
Israel killed Hassan Nasrallah. Can you have victory without eliminating Ayatollah Khamenei?
The Ayatollah is the head of the snake. He's been leading this operation. He's been speaking about eliminating my nation, my people, my family for decades. So clearly, he is a major objective of dealing with objectives.
Can you win without America?
We can win because we've always shown that we can win.
And there you have it. He's being interviewed with ABC News. Ayatollah, the head of the snake, definitely an objective. Take that back to what we were talking about earlier with Peskov. Don't touch Ayatollah, Pandora's box. Ladies and gentlemen, this thing is boiling today, Friday, June the 20th, and we'll keep you updated. Thank you for being here, liking, commenting, sharing. Make sure the notification bell is on, because with Ukraine, Israel, Iran, Russia, we can go live at any moment. Thank you guys. Have a blessed day. We'll be back.